Hey, Thrive and Shine Coaching. How are you guys? Hope you're having a wonderful hump day. It is so good to have you guys on here. For those of you that are watching live, would love to know what you guys are up to and how you're all coping this winter. I did a Facebook Live a little bit earlier before, but obviously it wasn't a great time because it was the middle of the day, and I must say timing is everything. And well, it wasn't really the middle of the day, it was probably about an hour ago, but we had a few technical issues as well. So I thought I'd do this live again and share with you guys some key takeaways from my trip to France. Now, as you know, I was in France for about 3 weeks and I've just returned, and it's been great. It's been really great to be back. Jet lag is still kind of fixing itself, which is always good which is one of the things I'm going to be talking about, how things just flow and fix itself. So what I want to share with you guys are some key takeaways and key learnings that I've had ever since my trip to France. Now, for those of you that know me, I absolutely love traveling. It is one of my favorite things to do because I think when we travel, we get an opportunity to grow. We get an opportunity to not just grow in a sense that, you know, we're taller or wider, although, you know, when you eat your weight in cheese, that does tend to happen. But when you put yourself out there in a new environment that you're not normally comfortable in, when you put yourself out there in an environment that allows you to be outside of your comfort zone, we naturally have a tendency to create neural pathways that allow us to grow and be more confident and to let go. One thing that I've learned from travel is that it is so important when we are traveling to let go, to be okay with being uncomfortable, to be okay with not being in control. And I've learned that time and time again, which is really, really cool because that has in turn helped me to let go of a lot of things in my own business, in my own life. An example of that would be on Monday night, had my workshop. It was phenomenal. The room was almost full. I hadn't done much marketing in lead up to that because that trip to France was about me making sure that I had enough time off to recharge and be inspired again, because leading up to that trip to France, I kid you not, I was starting to experience burnout. And for those, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced burnout, but it's not a good thing, especially for an entrepreneur, because when you're working solo, or if you don't have enough hands or people supporting you, your energy has a huge effect on how you run your business. Now, when you take that time out, when you re-energize and you recoup, you're able to then give more. You're able to give from a place of abundance, and you're able to give from a full cup. And without giving from a full cup, you will literally not be able to get things going for your business. So what I would recommend that you do is these 3 really simple strategies. First of all, take the time out to reflect. A lot of the time we don't do enough reflecting. We don't do enough self-reflection. And a lot of the time we see things in other people and we make comments about other people, or we think that, you know, we make these judgments and things like that. But people are always a reflection of ourselves, believe it or not. So sometimes when we are making a judgment of another person, it's actually something that we don't see in ourselves, which is really cool. It means that, you know, whoever you meet, whatever judgment that we make, we don't actually take that and we don't actually, you know, judge others, which is awesome, right? So another thing that I would recommend that you do is to post regularly. This is in regards to social media. If you are out of sight, you are out of mind. So with your Facebook, with your Instagram accounts, post regularly. Believe it or not, people actually aren't paying as much attention to you and your business and your flaws and things like that as you think they are. So rather than being really self-conscious, and this applies for Facebook Lives and everything as well, it's really good when you can actually post regularly and have a system and a routine and a strategy. So my strategy is that, I post when things come from the heart. I post when I am inspired. I don't post when it's coming out of a fear of lack, for instance, or a fear of, not... Anyway, so that's one thing. And the third strategy that I highly recommend that you guys do, which, is going to be very obvious, is continuously be inspired. Be inspired and inspire others through that inspiration. So always be learning, and this is inevitable anyway. We are always learning either way, because if we're not learning, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotting. So always be inspired. So check on what other businesses are doing and your social media and their like what other people are doing, so that you know exactly how to be ahead of the game. So I hope that's been helpful for you guys. And I would love to know your comments. I would love to hear what you guys are up to this winter, how you're all keeping warm. So leave me some love and have an amazing evening. I'm really excited because, gosh, there is so much to do now that I am back. But one thing I have learned is that letting go is the key. Letting go is the key to having your business flowing and being in abundance. So have a lovely evening, guys. Thanks so much for watching, for those of you that are live, and I will come back to you guys again soon.